All right, everyone, welcome back to another video. And today, what I have for everyone is my full review of the Samsung Galaxy Buds FE. Now, I've been using these buds what feels like forever now, and I finally feel like I've gathered all my thoughts and opinions on them, and that's what I'm going to share with everyone today in this full review. So hopefully by the end of this video, you guys and gals know if these truly wireless earbuds are worth picking up. So without further ado, let's dive into today's full review. Now, starting off here, the first thing I want to talk about with everyone is the overall build quality and design of the buds themselves. Now, build quality wise, these buds are built exclusively and primarily out of plastic. All right, so they got a plastic body, they got plastic ear tips, they got plastic wind tips. It's all plastic. The only things that might not be plastic in here are the drivers and the magnetic charge pins for charging the earbuds. But other than that, everything else on these earbuds is plastic. Okay, now I understand why they would give it that design, because that makes the earbuds very lightweight and durable if they just so happen to get dropped. But I would have liked a little bit more premium material in terms of the build quality. Okay, but it is what it is. So in terms of the overall build quality, these earbuds are built exclusively out of plastic. Okay, now moving on to the overall design of the earbuds, and this is something that I am super happy to see. Basically, Samsung recycled their design from the Galaxy Buds Plus, and then they slightly refined it. And I gotta say, in terms of Galaxy Buds, the Galaxy Buds Plus were my favorite Samsung Galaxy Buds of all time. So this nice refined design, I'm a big fan of it. Okay, so in my opinion, in terms of the design, it's top notch, and I do like Samsung's overall improvements. Okay, but talking about the overall build quality and design on the whole, I would have to say it's just really good build quality and a really good overall design. Okay? Okay. Moving on now, the next thing I want to talk about with everyone is I want to go through all of the core features with these earbuds. All right? Now, core feature number one, these earbuds are packing Bluetooth 5.2 in them. So not the latest and greatest Bluetooth, but it is what it is. That gives them a standard range of 10 meters or 33 feet. Okay. Core feature number two, these earbuds are IPX2 splash and sweat resistant. So they're not fully waterproof. You would need at least an IPX4 rating for a fully waterproof rating, but IPX2, that means they can handle splashes and you can use them for workouts. And I have used these earbuds for multiple workouts and I haven't had any issues. So I guess IPX2 is just enough. Okay, that's core feature number two. Core feature number three, these earbuds have 3 microphones built into them. I think it's 2 inner microphones. You can see one of them right there. And then 1 outer microphone. You can see it right there. And that's supposed to give these earbuds some really good overall microphone performance. And I gotta tell y'all, we're gonna expand on it a little bit later on, but the overall microphone performance on these is really good. Okay? But they do have 3 microphones built into each earbud for some really good overall microphone performance. Okay? That's core feature number 3. Core feature number 4, they do have ANC or active noise cancellation built in, and it actually is really good. Okay. Core feature number 5, there is a dedicated transparency mode and ambient mode built in, or transparency mode, i.e. or ambient mode built into the earbuds. And again, based on my testing, I'd have to say it's good. It's good. It can use a little bit of improvement, but it's good. Okay? And that was the, what was that? The fifth core feature. Core feature number 6, you can use these earbuds in true independent fashion. So one earbud at a time, or in true stereo fashion, both earbuds together. That's really good. Y'all know I always feel compelled to point that out whenever earbuds can do that or can't do that. That's a big feature in my opinion. And then the last core feature number 6, these earbuds do incorporate a full feature dedicated companion application. We're going to go through the entire companion application in full detail later on in the video. So y'all stay tuned for that. But in terms of core features, in my opinion, Samsung has done a top-notch job, and I feel as though they packed in everything you would want to see in a pair of truly wireless earbuds, and these relatively inexpensive truly wireless earbuds. Okay? So good stuff there when we talk about the overall core features. All right, now let's keep it moving and let's dive into some other categories. Up next now, let's talk about the overall sound quality, the overall volume, and the overall bass of these earbuds. And basically, I'm just going to reiterate my opinions from my fit and sound demo. So if you want a more live reaction style video, check out that video. I'll have it linked up with all of my other extended coverage on the Galaxy Buds FE down below in the video description. But I'm just going to reiterate my opinions from that video. All right. So in terms of the sound quality, I'd have to say it is really good. Now there is a little bit of distortion on the low ends of the volume spectrum and a little bit of distortion on the high ends of the volume spectrum. That's why it's not top notch. I did notice that distortion, so I had to bump it down a little bit. Okay, so the sound quality on these is just really good. In terms of the overall volume on these earbuds, I would have to say the volume on these is top notch. Okay, top notch indeed. No issues drowning out my surroundings, so I could fully immerse myself in whatever I was doing with these earbuds. No issues whatsoever. Okay, and in terms of the bass, because y'all know I'm a self-proclaimed bass head or bass lover, the bass on these is just good. You can feel it, you can know it's there, but it's just good. It is missing a little bit of grit and a little bit of punch. All right, so talking about the sound quality, the volume, and the bass on the whole is just really good across the board, okay? Because the good brings down the top notch, and the really good got bumped down because of the distortion I heard. So it's just really good sound quality, really good volume, and good bass overall, okay? So that goes over the sound quality, the volume, and the bass. Now let's keep it moving now. Let's dive into the overall mic quality, or i.e. the overall microphone performance of these earbuds. Now, this is an area where Samsung did a really good job. I didn't have any issues dictating text messages, dictating emails, taking phone calls. Didn't have any issues. Callers said they didn't have any issues hearing me, and I didn't have any issues hearing them. But I just, there was like, I kept hearing a little bit of distortion, okay? On my end of the phone call, I kept hearing a little bit of distortion, even though the callers on the other end said I sounded perfectly fine. So I don't know if my microphones are messed up or a little distorted, but to me, I didn't have any issues hearing them, but I did hear a little bit of distortion on my phone calls. So I'm going to have to bring the mic quality down from top notch to really good, because that's the only thing that I noticed. The same distortion that I heard listening to music, I heard that when I was taking phone calls. So I have to downgrade the top notch mic quality to really good because of that distortion that I heard for music and I heard during phone calls. Now, callers said they couldn't hear it, but I could hear it. Okay? So it's really good overall mic quality or microphone performance on these earbuds, but it does need a little bit of improvements. Okay? Up next now, I just want to take everyone through the steps to pair for these earbuds when you're pairing it up to an Android device. I got my Moto Edge 2020 right here, an Android device, a stock Android device, and an iOS device. I got my iPhone 11 right here. All right, so I'm going to take y'all through the steps on how you would pair this up on an Android and an iOS device. But realistically speaking, these steps to pair your devices are universal. So as long as you follow on with these steps and you get a really good overall general idea, these steps are going to work on Android, they're going to work on iOS, they're going to work on Windows, they're going to work on Linux, so on and so forth. They'll just look a little bit different depending on what OS or operating system that you're connecting your earbuds up to. But the overall general pairing steps are the same. Okay? And then after this category, I'm going to take everyone through a in-depth walkthrough of the companion application and the Bluetooth earbud button controls. So these next two categories are going to be really, really important if you're looking to learn something about the buds that you did not know. Okay? But without further ado, let's get into this. So let me walk y'all through the steps to pair. So the first thing we want to do, and this is pretty much the easiest way to do it, is you want to put the earbuds into the charging case. And you want to make sure they start charging. That means they got a good seat. So you can see we got the red indicator indicating that they are charging. And you just want to close the case. Let that sit for a second. Now let's go ahead and prep our devices. Let's prep our iOS device first. So let me use my face unlock and let's unlock it. Okay. That's good. So it's unlocked. And then on your iOS device, you want to swipe down from the top right to bring up your action center or your quick toggles area. Then you want to tap on the Bluetooth quick toggle once to turn it on. You want to press and hold on it one time to bring you into the subsettings menu. Press and hold on it again to take you deeper into the subsettings menu. And then you want to tap on where it says Bluetooth settings right here to take you into the main Bluetooth settings. And you can see you got this spinning icon indicating that it is scanning for nearby Bluetooth devices. Okay, so your iOS device is prepped and ready. Okay, that's how you would set up your iOS device to pair to a Bluetooth pair of earbuds or a Bluetooth product in general. Now let's do the same steps on Android. So let's wake it up. Let me put in my fingerprint to unlock it. Now on the home screen on your Android device, you just want to swipe down from the center of your screen twice to bring up your quick toggles. 1, 2. So you can see your quick toggles there. Then you want to find the Bluetooth quick toggle. You want to tap it once to turn it on. You can see mine is already on because my Galaxy Watch is connected to my Android device. Then after it turns on, give it about a couple seconds. Then you want to press and hold on it to take you deeper into your Bluetooth subsettings here. Okay. And that will bring you to this screen right here. Then you want to tap on pair a new device right here. And this will put your Android device into pairing mode. And now it will be ready to pair to other Bluetooth devices. Okay. So now your Android device is in pairing mode and your iOS device is in pairing mode. And you can see my iOS device actually picked up my Android device. Okay. So now let's put our devices down. And now let's put the earbuds into pairing mode. And basically to do this, you just got to open the case and you want to press and hold on both earbuds ear sensor until you see the red LED start flashing green. Just like that. So you can see it's flashing red and green. Now the earbuds are in pairing mode. Now all you have to do is tap on your device to pair them up. So let's do iOS first. So you can see Galaxy Buds FE popped up here. We're just going to tap on it. That's going to begin the pairing process and it's going to connect right up. And you can see once it's connected, that green LED will go away and you'll get a solid red LED. And now your Galaxy Buds FE is paired to your iOS device. Okay. Now, unfortunately, you cannot pair these earbuds to two devices and use them simultaneously. So to pair it to Android, we got to disconnect our iOS device and put it back into pairing mode. So let's do that here. So turn off Bluetooth here. Okay, close the case again and then open the case again and then do it again. There we go. So in order to do that, you got to do that whole process over. So you got to close the case, open the case, and then rest your fingers on the touch sensitive area until you see that green LED start flashing. So it should alternate between green and red. That indicates that the earbuds are in pairing mode. And now on our Android device, we just want to tap on the Galaxy Buds FE right here. Y'all can see it right there. So tap. Confirm that you want to pair right here. So hit pair again just to confirm it. And then we're good to go. At this point, what you would want to do on Android is you would want to go out and get your Galaxy wearable application. You can see it right there. And that will give you access to all your other functionality, right? And you can see I actually disconnected it because I unpaired it from my Android device. So at that point, you would hit add a new device and you see it popped up automatically. So we're going to tap on Galaxy Buds FE and then it would reconnect. And then here you will get all the functionality to control your earbuds, to get the user manuals, so on and so forth. Okay, we're going to go through this application in a few minutes here. Okay. But that's what you would have to do if you want to connect up your Galaxy Buds FE to your Android devices. Now, if you have a Galaxy device, it's going to be a lot more seamless as if you have an iOS device. All you would have to do is open the case and then be signed in to your Samsung account on your Galaxy device, and it will pop up as if you got some Apple AirPods, and you just tap OK to start the pairing process, and then you'll be good to go. But because this is not a Galaxy device, you do still have to go through the traditional pairing steps. Okay? But that goes over the pairing steps on how you would pair up your Galaxy Buds FE to an iOS device, as well as how you would pair up your Galaxy Buds FE to an Android device that's not a Samsung device. Okay? Now, in this next portion of the video, I'm just going to take everyone through the companion application for the Galaxy Buds FE and the Bluetooth earbud button controls for the Samsung Galaxy Buds FE, and then I'm going to come back and continue on with the full review. So I hope y'all find this next section of the video helpful, and I will see you guys on the other side. Let's go ahead and walk through the companion application and the Bluetooth earbud button controls for the Samsung Galaxy Buds FE. Now, one prerequisite, this application is only available on the Android Google Play Store. This application is not available on the Apple App Store, which, Samsung, what are you doing? You know, that's a whole nother market of customers that you could be tapping into. And, you know, if customers like your product, they'll buy your product. Like, what are you doing, Samsung? And it's so weird because all of the other Galaxy Buds had the companion application that was available on the Play Store as well as the iOS App Store, but the Galaxy Buds FE is not. But if you have an Android device, you want to go to the Play Store and you want to pick up the Galaxy Wearables application. And once you go through the initial pairing steps that I'm going to go through in the full review pairing section of the full review video, then all you have to do is tap on this application and it's going to bring you to this home screen right here, right? So by default, you'll be able to see the battery percentage for the left and the right bud, okay? and you'll be able to see whether or not you have active noise cancellation turned on or turned off, or whether or not you're using ambient mode or transparency mode, right? Also, other than that, if you hit the three dot hamburger menu to the bottom left, you can add other Galaxy products. So watches, earbuds, everything Galaxy in terms of accessories is controlled through the Galaxy Wearables application, right? So jumping back over, now let's say you want to know what your button controls or Bluetooth earbud controls are for your Galaxy Buds FE. Well, you can see down here we have a section called touch controls. So you can see right now I have it toggled off. This way I don't get a lot of accidental touches or presses, but all you have to do to go through your earbud button controls is you want to toggle this on, right? And now you can configure it. But first, let's go through the standard tutorial. And I gotta say, Samsung has done a great job with their Bluetooth earbud button controls standard tutorial. So if you hit on user manual and tips, it will take you through the tutorial. So it will take you through the fit and how you want to put it in your ears. So you just put it in your ears and then you twist it a little bit to get that snug fit, and then you're good to go. And you swipe over and it gives you a visual representation of all the Bluetooth earbud button controls. So you can see we got one tap to play or pause on either earbud. We got double tap to answer and end phone calls or go to the next track, or a triple tap will take you to the previous track or restart the track, and then a press and hold will either activate your ambient mode or ANC or activate your voice assistant. You can configure that in the settings. I'm going to show y'all that in a little bit here. Okay? So jumping on over, it does also tell you about their widget. So you can see the widget for the Galaxy Buds FE. So it would tell you the battery percentage for the charging case, and it will tell you the battery percentage for the buds. Really nice widget. And then over here, it talks to you about pairing the buds, right? So there's two ways you could do this. You could take the buds out and you could press either bud for 3 to 5 seconds till you hear an audible prompt. That will put them into pairing mode, and then you can go ahead and pair them up to your device. Or you can put them in the case, press and hold each bud for 3 to 5 seconds, and that will put them into pairing mode, and you just look for the flashing red and green LED. Or you can put them in the case, close the case for about 3 seconds, open the case. That should automatically put them into pairing mode, and then you can pair them up to your device, right? And then the last thing they take you through in the tutorial is just making sure you keep your earbuds clean and regular maintenance to maintain maximum sound quality and comfort. Alright, so really good overall tutorial in my opinion. Now, if you tap on the touch control area, we can reconfigure all of the touch controls. So you could turn off and on the tap controls, right? Or you can reconfigure the touch controls. So you can see how I have mine set up. So the left earbud is what toggles the active noise cancellation or the ambient mode for me. So a press and hold on the left will toggle those modes. The right earbud, a press and hold will bring up the Google Assistant. That's how I have that set up. And then if I didn't have that, I can change it to volume up and volume down respectively, okay? So if I didn't want to use that, I can do the left as volume down, and I could do the right as volume up, right? But I actually like having the left as the ambient or active noise cancellation mode, and the right as the voice assistant. And you can go in and change this, right? So you can do on, off, or you can just do off by hitting that gear icon. So really, really nice companion application. And then as I said earlier, if you don't want any accidental presses, you can just turn it off altogether. So really good stuff there. Now, diving further in, they do have a dedicated EQ, right? And they do have the seamless connect. So you know how Apple has that instant connect? Samsung has their seamless connect. So with seamless connect, it will work on Galaxy phones, it will work on Galaxy tablets, it will work on Galaxy TVs, you name it, it will work on it. And or if you have a Android device with a seamless connect function like the Google Pixels, it will work on the Google Pixels as well. All right. So the seamless connect does work on my Google Pixel 6a. Really nice feature there. So I can easily swap between my Pixel, swap between my Samsung Galaxy tablet, so on and so forth. All right. So that's seamless connect. And then here is the EQ, right? So we have our EQ. Now, the strange thing about the EQ is they don't have a custom EQ. So I'm kind of sad about that. There's no custom EQ, right? But you do have all the other EQ options, okay? Then you can factory reset the earbuds, right? Then you have accessibility where you can dial in the sound balance. So if you want it more balanced towards the left earbud, you can do that. If you want it more balanced towards the right earbud, you can do that, okay? And so too with the ambient controls and the noise controls for the noise cancellation, right? Moving on down here, you could check for software updates for the buds. So you can see that there. We could check for software updates and you could have them install automatically. Okay. Then we can do about our buds and you can see it tells us the model number and the serial numbers for the right and left buds, right? And if we tap battery, it will tell you the actual battery capacity for the earbuds themselves as well as the charging case. So you can see the earbuds have a battery capacity of 60 milliamp hours, whereas the charging case has a battery capacity of 479 milliamp hours. Okay, so really good that Samsung has built this into their application. This is information that I would have liked to have seen in the user manual or the quick start guide. It wasn't there, but it's really good that they built in everything that you need to know for your buds inside of the companion application, along with some really configurable options. So good stuff there indeed. And then we have the ability to read aloud our notifications. So text messages, phone calls, any application can be read aloud. Okay? Really good stuff here. This is one of my all-time favorite features. For my Google Pixel Buds, I use this feature all the time. So it's really, really sweet to see that Samsung has a similar feature, even though Samsung has had this feature way back since their first set of buds with the original first generation of Galaxy Buds. So Samsung has had this feature way before Google had this feature on their earbuds, way before Google had earbuds in general. But this is one of my all-time favorite features, the ability to read aloud your notifications from any application, as well as phone calls, text messages, you name it, it can do it. Okay? So good stuff there. And that, guys and gals, essentially goes over everything that you need to know for your Galaxy Buds in terms of the companion application, and everything that you need to know in terms of the Bluetooth earbud button controls. So I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this portion of the video. I hope you guys and gals found it helpful, and I will see you guys on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and jump back into the full review now. And don't be worried about this toggling for my Samsung account. I just never really signed into my Samsung account. It still works whether you sign into your Samsung account or not, but that's just doing that because I haven't actually signed in. But don't worry about that. So if you have that issue, don't worry about it. Alright, I'll see you guys on the other side where we finish the full review. All right, everyone. I hope you guys and gals enjoyed that last section of the video. Now let's carry on with the rest of the full review. So up next now, I want to talk about my overall experiences and opinions on the overall Bluetooth range and the overall Bluetooth strength. Now, as I said earlier, in terms of Bluetooth technology on these earbuds, we're packing Bluetooth 5.2 technology in these earbuds. So not the latest and greatest Bluetooth 5.3, but still really good in my opinion. And they have a standard range of 10 meters or 33 feet. And I found that during my testing, as long as I was within that dedicated range, I didn't have any issues. So the overall Bluetooth range and strength on these earbuds it's good. I would have wanted it to be a little bit better. I really want to get more than 10 meters or 33 feet, but the fact that I can get that and they work within that, it did start to disconnect outside of that. So it's exactly as advertised. So in terms of the Bluetooth range and strength, in my opinion, when it's exactly as advertised, it's just good. But ideally, you would want more than 10 meters or 33 feet. So that could use some improvement, but it is what it is. Okay, so the Bluetooth range and strength on these earbuds is good. Up next, let's talk about the overall durability of these earbuds, because you know you're talking to Mr. Super Clumsy. So you know I dropped these. You know I dropped these a bevy of times, a multitude of times, okay? And I'm happy to report that in terms of the durability, these earbuds are top notch. Now, I've had them for just over 2 months. Right? And you can see they still look as if they're brand new. Okay? So no dings, no dents, no scratches. And it's been 2 months. Actually, as of the recording of this video, it's February 12th. So it's just over 2 months. I got them December 10th and now it's February 12th. So it's a little bit over 2 months. And they still look and perform as if the first day I took them out of the box. Okay? So that leads me to say the overall durability of these earbuds is top notch. And I did not take it easy on these. They've fallen in my room multiple times. They've fallen in the gym multiple times. Okay. Now the gym is kind of cheating because in the gym that I work out at, it's padded everywhere except for the bathrooms. So that's kind of cheating because it's got like padding. But in my house and around the house, it's wood and tile. And the fact that it's fallen from about, I would say about 3 to 7 feet and hit wood surfaces or tile surfaces and it still works perfectly fine. That leads me to say that the durability on these is top notch, but you still want to be extremely careful. Okay, everyone? All it does take is one good drop and then you could potentially break your earbuds and then you just lost the money on your investment. So you still want to be extremely careful, but if you're more clumsy or inclined to drop things or you're clumsy like myself, these should be more apt to survive. So the overall durability of these earbuds is top notch in my opinion. Okay? Now let's move on now. Let's move on to some other important categories. So up next now, I just want to talk to everyone about the overall charge times of these earbuds and the overall battery life of these earbuds. And I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go over the manufacturer's estimates, but this is probably the one category where I am indifferent. And let me explain why. Okay? So in terms of the manufacturer's estimates, I'll put them up on the screen in post. But with ANC on, these earbuds are supposed to be able to get you 6 hours on a single charge. With ANC off, these earbuds are supposed to be able to get you 8.5 hours on a single charge. Including the charging case, that means that these earbuds should get you anywhere between 21 to 30 hours, including the charging case on a single charge. Okay? That means that the charging case should get you between 3 to 3.5 additional charges. Those are the manufacturer's estimates. Okay? Now, let's go over my results. my experiences based on my style of usage, which is extremely heavy usage. And one thing that I want to preface is that during my testing, I did not use ANC. Okay. So when you don't use ANC, you do tend to get slightly better battery life. And I did let me explain. So in terms of what I got with my particular results, now I tested these and used these earbuds at either 35% volume and 50% volume respectfully. And in stereo mode usage, using both earbuds together, I was getting anywhere between 7 to just over 8 hours on a single charge. I think the best I got was 8 hours and 21 minutes. Okay. That's in stereo mode. And then the charging case actually got me about 2.5 additional charges. Okay. So they advertised 3.5. I got 2.5. So doing the math there, that means including the charging case, I was getting anywhere between 19 to just over 20 hours on a single charge, including the charging case. That's in stereo mode. Okay. And if I'm being honest, in terms of the battery life, I'm a little disappointed by that, especially in stereo mode. Okay. Especially coming from my all-time favorite earbuds in the Galaxy Buds Plus, which will get you 11 hours of usage regardless of whatever mode that you're using them in. That's a big downgrade. That's a 3-hour difference, or about 3-hour difference. Okay. So in stereo mode, I was disappointed, but in independent mode now, and this is why I say I am indifferent, because in independent mode, using the earbuds one at a time, I was actually getting anywhere between 8 and 11 hours on a single charge, right? And then including the charging case, I was getting anywhere from between 19 hours to just under 20 hours, including the charging case. And this is why I say I'm feeling indifferent, because I don't like the fact that the battery life is bad, in my opinion, in stereo mode, but it's really good in independent mode. So these earbuds kind of force you to use them one at a time. And I don't like being forced to do anything. Okay? Especially if I'm gonna spend my hard-earned money on something, I should be able to use that product however I want because I spend my money on it. Okay? So the fact that these earbuds don't have the best battery life in stereo mode, but they have really good battery life in independent mode, it really has me feeling a little indifferent. Okay? So that's why I'm feeling some type of way about these. But that goes over the overall charge times. That goes over the overall battery life, y'all. And one thing I want to mention is that we all use our devices and products differently. So these are just my particular results with my style of heavy usage. Your guys and gals results may vary depending on how you use your earbuds. So you might pick up these earbuds and have a completely different battery life experience. Okay. We all use our devices differently. Okay. This is just my experience with my style of usage and my results. Okay. But that goes over the battery life. Now, let's talk about the charge times, okay? And in particular, Samsung didn't give me any notes in regards to charge time. So I pretty much had to eyeball this bad boy right here. And in terms of charge times, and I was very happy to see this, the earbuds and the charging case charge up at exactly the same time. So the earbuds take 1 hour and 50 minutes to reach a full charge, and the charging case takes 1 hour and 50 minutes to reach a full charge. Okay? That's based on the averages that I pulled based on my testing. So that's an average. It takes an average of 1 hour and 50 minutes for the earbuds to reach a full charge from dead. Okay? And it takes an average for the charging case to reach a full charge in an hour and 50 minutes from dead, okay? Basically, you'll know when your charging case is dead because you'll get a flashing red LED here. That means the charging case is dead, and you'll know the earbuds is dead because it will beep when the battery is low. So you get like a boop, 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 boop when the battery is low, and it will do that about 3 to 5 times, and then it will power off. So that's how you'll know when the earbuds is low, the battery is low, or the earbuds is dead. And that's how you know when the charging case battery is low or the charging case is dead. Okay? And on average, it should charge up, either of them should charge up in about an hour and 50 minutes. Okay? So that goes over the charge times for the earbuds, and that goes over the charge times for the case. Now, one thing that I was sad to see is that for this price point, we don't have wireless charging. We only can charge the charging case via USB Type-C, via the port on the back of the charging case. I would have loved to have seen wireless charging at this price, because you can get wireless charging on wireless earbuds and the charging case for those wireless earbuds at this price. So I don't know why Samsung decided to cut corners there, but we only can charge up the charging case via the USB Type-C port on the back. But kudos for having USB Type-C, because that allows us to travel with just one cable. So say it with me, y'all. One cable to rule them all. USB Type-C, all the things. Okay, so I am happy to see USB Type-C here, but I am not happy that we don't have wireless charging. Okay, but that goes over the battery life, and that goes over the charge times. And in all honesty, again, in terms of the battery life, I'm indifferent. Okay, I feel like it should be the same whether you're using the earbuds in stereo mode or independent mode. But because it's exactly as advertised, if not a little bit better in stereo mode, and it is better in independent mode, that's got me feeling kind of indifferent. Okay? So I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. But in terms of the charge times, I do wish that the charge times was a little bit better. Now, thank you, Samsung, for uniformity. So it's really good to see that whether you're charging the earbuds or the charging case, they're going to reach a full charge at the same time. So thank you for the uniformity, but I do wish they charged a little bit faster. Now, with that being said, I almost always during my testing had enough charge to get through a full workout, but okay, there was a few times where the earbuds died right when I was in the middle of doing something. You know, right in the middle of that movie, right in the middle of that TV show, right in the middle of my favorite song on my favorite playlist. And then you'd be like, I wish the battery life was better. So there is that. But that goes over the charge times, and that goes over the battery life on these earbuds. Now, before we get into the final part of this review, I just want to briefly summarize the positives and the negatives of these earbuds, and then we're going to talk about the pricing, we're going to talk about the overall availability, and I'm going to get into my final thoughts and make an overall recommendation for everyone. So let's go. So if you watch no other parts of this full review, as long as you watch this next category, you should get a really good overall general idea as to how I feel about the earbuds. All right, let's go. Oh, wait. And as always, before I get into this next category, I am not perfect and I never claim to be. So if you pick up these earbuds and you experience a positive that I did not mention in this video, please leave that feedback down below in the comments. And i.e., vice versa, if you pick up these earbuds and you experience a negative that I did not mention, please leave that feedback down below in the comments as well. Only through providing our feedback can we get overall improvements on the products that we spend our hard-earned money on. Okay? That being said, I am going to throw up a full list of all the positives I've experienced on the earbuds in post and a full list of all the negatives that I've experienced on the earbuds in post. So please feel free to pause the video wherever you see the list that you're interested in so you can read up on it for yourself. Okay? And remember, when you're leaving your comments and your feedback, please do so respectfully. We're all grown-ups. We should be able to respectfully share our opinions. Okay? Now, let's dive into this next positives and negatives category. Let's go. So in terms of the overall build quality and design, I would have to say it's really good. In terms of the overall core feature set, I would have to say it's extremely solid. In terms of the overall sound quality, bass, and volume, I'd have to say it's really good. In terms of the overall microphone quality, or i.e. mic quality, I'd have to say it's really good. In terms of the overall Bluetooth range and strength, it's exactly as advertised, so I would say it's good. In terms of the overall durability, I would have to say it's top notch, okay? And I would have to say these earbuds are available at some really great prices. The price is something we're going to talk about in a little bit here, okay? So that goes over all of the positives in my opinion. Oh, and these are also extremely comfortable for extended listening sessions, okay? That goes over all of the positives, right? Now, jumping over to the negatives, okay? The overall battery life, and it kind of sucks to say this, for stereo mode usage needs to be improved in my overall opinion. I've been saying this for years now. In terms of Bluetooth accessories, especially Bluetooth earbuds, we should be able to get a minimum of 10 hours or more, okay? So the fact that in stereo mode, we're getting just over 8 hours, that means that the overall battery life on the earbuds needs to be improved, okay? Same thing can be said for the overall charge times. That should be a little faster. It should honestly be about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. So if they can reduce that to, you know, about 20, 30 minutes, so it's like an hour, hour and a half, instead of hour and 50 minutes, that would be really good. So the overall battery life and the overall charge times of these earbuds do need to be improved. Those are negatives right there that I really wanted to point out. Other than that, and if you guys and gals have checked out any of my Bluetooth earbud videos in the past, y'all already know which negatives I'm getting ready to point out, okay? Negative number 1, no wireless charging? Come on now. You mean I gotta fight with a cable when it's time to charge up the charging case? Granted, it's using USB Type-C, but come on now. Almost all of Samsung's wireless earbuds have wireless charging. Except for these? What? Wireless charging needs to be incorporated into this charging case. Okay? And then no percentage readout LED display for the charging case. So now I'm forced to memorize lights, okay, to know what charge level I have on the charging case. Okay? Don't like that. It would have been so much better if there was a percentage readout display on the charging case, maybe right here, or maybe when you opened it, that way you don't have to, you know, have something sticking out. You could still keep Samsung's clean branding on it. So maybe if you opened it and you had like a, and you had like a percentage readout indicator in here to let you know when the charging case reaches 100% charge, and then maybe like a small indicator for the earbuds when you put the earbuds in, instead of having to learn this light, maybe a small indicator with like 3 bars, 4 bars that indicates the earbuds are fully charged. That would make it extremely easy to use these and eliminate all the anxiety that may come with using these. Okay, so I really wish there was a percentage readout display to cut down on the anxiety and make the ease of use easier. And I do wish there was wireless charging built into the charging case. This way I didn't have to fight with any cables whatsoever when it's time to charge up the charging case. I should just be able to plug up my wireless charging pad, drop it down, and it should charge up. But these earbuds don't do that, and this charging case doesn't do that. So those are all the negatives that I experienced with these earbuds, in my opinion, and those are all the positives that I experienced with these earbuds, in my opinion, okay? So that goes over the positives and negatives. Now let's get into the final part of this review. Let's talk pricing. Let me share my overall final thoughts, and let me make an overall recommendation, okay? Now, in terms of the pricing, I was able to pick up these earbuds from Amazon, okay? In used, refurbished condition. I was able to pick them up for $69.29, okay? After taxes and redeeming some rewards points, thank you guys and gals for using those affiliate links, because that's how I get those rewards points, and I redeem them to make more purchases on Amazon. I told y'all, those affiliate links go a long way. So thank you guys and gals for using them, okay? But after redeeming some rewards points, it actually dropped the price down to $67.73, okay? So instead of paying $69.29, I paid $67.73 after taxes, okay? So I actually got these for a lot cheaper than what they were going for when I picked them up, okay? I'm going to have my digital receipt thrown up in post, as I always do, because y'all know I like to show my work around here, and I like to keep it 100 around here. But that being said, I got my computer pulled up in the background. Let's check the live listing for the Galaxy Buds FE, and let's see the live prices, okay? So coming out, going to orders, going to the Buds FE, clicking on the link so I can see the live listing. These are going for $79.99 right now. So basically, brand new, mint condition, they're going for 80 bucks, okay? Let's see if there's any available in used or refurbished condition. Let me see what we're working with here. So in used, like new, or refurbished condition, they're going for anywhere between $69.11 all the way up to $79.90. So just under 80 bucks. Or you can get them brand new for 80 bucks. Okay? So that's the pricing right there. And honestly, that's a lot better than what they were going for when they first came out. Now, when they first came out, they were going for $100. And in all honesty, these are not worth $100. Okay? Now, they're going for between, call it 70, 69.11, call it 70 just to make it easy, and $80. That's actually a good price for these. Now, do I wish the battery life was better? Yes. Do I wish they had some features that got cut out that are there on some other Galaxy Buds? Yes. But for between $70 and $80, you can't really go wrong with these. So, can I recommend that you guys and gals go out there and pick up the Samsung Galaxy Buds FE if you're in the market for truly wireless earbuds? I'm going to have to say yes. Yes, indeed. Okay? These earbuds should serve you well. That being said, after 2 months, am I going to be keeping these earbuds? Well, sadly, no. As much as I like the design, the comfort, all that good stuff, and all the features that these earbuds pack into them, I can't get around the battery life. I can't get around not having wireless charging. Okay? Those are the two make or break features for me. Okay? But can I still recommend these earbuds? Yes, I can. Okay? And at that price, especially if you have a Samsung Galaxy device and you want to keep everything in-house so everything works perfectly. So, you know, you got your Galaxy Watch, yeah, and you got your Samsung phone, yeah. You want to keep everything in-house so everything works together, yeah. It's all going to work super seamlessly, yeah. Same thing too, if you got a Samsung tablet, you're going to be able to seamlessly transition between all of these Samsung products with your Samsung Galaxy Earbuds. Yeah. Same thing too if you have a Samsung laptop. You're going to be able to seamlessly be able to transition between all of your Samsung devices if you stay with everything all in one ecosystem. So that's another reason why I would recommend that you pick these up, especially if you're trying to get into the ecosystem and you're not trying to break the bank. You can't go wrong with anything that's on this table, especially if you're just picking it up just to use it and you like the features that it offers out of the box. Sure, some of the stuff on this table is a little bit older and there are newer variations of it, but you can't go wrong with anything that's on this table. And this is the cheapest way to get into the Samsung ecosystem. Okay? Little side note there, little side note. But once again, can I recommend that you guys and gals pick up these earbuds? I'd have to say yes. Yes, indeed. Are they perfect? No. Do they need some improvements? Oh, yes. But for the price and what they offer, I can easily recommend you guys and gals go out there and pick these bad boys up. Okay? They should serve you well. All right, everyone. That does it for today's full review. As always, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video. I hope you guys and gals found it helpful. If you did, you know what you do. You go ahead and give your boy a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. Also, if you would like to see more content like this, please feel free to hit that subscribe button down below. And also make sure you click off that notification bell right next to it so you guys and gals are notified when I publish new videos. Also, feel free to follow me across all the social media platforms. This way you're guaranteed to get notified when new videos go live on the channel, because I do try my best to post when new videos are live on the channel across all of social media. Now, I'm most active on Twitter, okay? So if you follow me on Twitter or X, you'll definitely be notified when new videos are live on the channel. But I am trying to do my best to post everywhere across social media. So I'm going to put my social media links down below in the video description. Please feel free to follow me across all the social media platforms. This way you're guaranteed to get notified when new videos go live. That being said, if this video piqued your interest, all the affiliated buy links as to where you can pick up these earbuds at some really great prices will be available down below in the video description as well. And all of my extended coverage on these earbuds will be available down below in the video description as well. So the video description should be like a one-stop shop for you guys and gals, and you should be good to go. And as the name implies, the video description will contain affiliated buy links. And when you guys and gals make your purchase using those affiliated buy links, I do get a small percentage of kickback or commission that I do put back into the channel, and that's at no additional cost to you guys and gals. So that makes those affiliated buy links a win-win for everyone, in my opinion, and that makes down below in the video description a one-stop shop for everyone, in my opinion as well. And with that being said, let's get into a nice respectful conversation about the Samsung Galaxy Buds FE and how you guys and gals feel about it down below in the comments. I'll meet you guys and gals down there. And remember to keep it respectful, please. Okay? That being said, today's video was recorded using the rear-facing primary camera on the Samsung Galaxy S10e in 1080p at 30 FPS. And I am using my professional clip-on microphone here today. So please let me know what you think of the overall video quality, as well as what you think of the overall audio quality down below in the comments. As always, all your feedback is greatly appreciated. And also, I am using my professional studio lights here today as well. So please let me know what you think of the overall lighting as well. All your feedback, as always, is greatly appreciated. I hope you guys and gals are having a great day. I hope you guys and gals are staying safe out there, and I will catch everyone in the next video. Have a good one, everybody. We're out of here. Peace. All right. You know what? I'm not going to keep these, but I know a friend that these would be perfect for. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to clean these up, package these up, and I'm going to have to give them to my friend, and we'll just call them his belated Christmas gift. You know? Yeah, because he should be able to use them and enjoy them without issues. So, you know, I'm not going to keep it, but somebody else will get some great use out of it. Why not? All right. Have a good one, everyone. I'll catch you guys and gals in the next one. We're out of here. Peace.